50, 45, there goes Davis.
Oh my God!
Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow! Oh my God! Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Elvis, this theme song to the intro is very telling, and it's very on point for this weekend. We have rivalry weekend, Auburn versus Alabama. Take me back to the point where you remember the kick return, the most infamous call. Where were you? Thoughts? You're a Bama fan. Were you stunned? Talk us through it.
All right, so, I was currently in this house right here. I was in my room, my old room. I was watching. It was late, by the way. It was late, so pretty sure I had school the next day. And I just remember, having the TV down. But, I could hear it, but not, loud.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, it's going to be short. And then he cuts right, and then he starts going left. And then he's like, got a chance to run it back.
Is that when you were locked in?
Bro, I got up. I got up. I was laying down watching the game. As soon as I hear, because I'm watching it, but you can't really tell he's about to go, 100 plus yards. You look like, all right, he has a scene. Till when I realized he's about to go to the house, he's past the 40, I got up and I'm like, no way. No way, Dale. This was a perfect season at the time. People forget this was a perfect season. Nick Saban doing his thing. But my boy, who was it? AJ McCarron.
Yeah.
It was a legendary. I think my boy, Richardson was the running back at the time. It was a legendary team. Auburn pulled a great, amazing upset, Dale. So that's why I stood away from it this week. I was like, you know what? It's the plus 10.5 is tempting. But I was like, you know what? It's just been a bad day in history. Let me just stay away.
Auburn's not the best this year either. And also, Kellen DeBoer's first egg or Iron Bowl game. Don't know how he's going to do, but should be a classic. But welcome in, everyone. This is a brand new edition of the Dream Rage, episode 474. Today is Friday, November 29th, 2029. As always, that is Elvis you just heard. I am D-Rock. First of all, happy Thanksgiving. How was it? Everything good? You enjoy the games?
Yeah, Dale. Great game. First game was terrible. I'm going to be honest. I was kind of pissed off. But other than that, Dale, the rest of the day, I'm going to say from 145 and on, pretty damn good. Pretty damn good, Dale. Can't complain.
Good food. Everything was good, I hope. The games were good. We were kind of spot on, kid. I mean,
I was on the money.
Outside of the lines not covering either the big number or my teaser, we kind of got everything right. Cowboys, they wind up covering. Game goes over. Didn't understand why it went so low. Green Bay covering the 3. Tua just fade to in the cold. That game went under. We got that barely by the half, 47.5. It barely went under, but we were right on literally everything. And you got the +9, so kind of swept the board, kid. I know I went 1, 2, 3. I went 4-1. The Lions just fucked me. They fucked my teaser. But other than that, kid, we were pretty spot on.
Yeah, Dale, I went 4-0 for the people. For the first time that honestly I can remember, I beat Vegas by a hook, Dale. Malik Neighbors, over 68.5. He was at 69. I think that's the first time ever I won by the hook. Lost plenty of times by the hook. First time I got the hook. Took Chicago plus the points. Neighbors over. Dallas -3.5. And Christian Watson, I knew he was due for a bounce back game. Over 43.5. Great 4-0 day. I did throw a teaser in there. Took Miami up to +9.5, but it was just a throw-in. Officially 4-0.
Nice. Love it. Let's start with that first game because we could get to the Eberflus news in a little, but I do want to talk about the game first. Lions, they opened up to 16-0. They were up at halftime or something. They just took the foot off the gas in the second half, kind of let Chicago hang around there. I didn't think Caleb Williams played all that well outside of the last play of the game, but also falls on the coach. which is, I think, why he got fired. But another game where they couldn't run the ball outside DJ Moore in the touchdown. I know Keenan Allen had a nice game as well. Outside of those two receivers, couldn't get anything going. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery are just so fucking good. I mean, that one drive, I think Jahmyr Gibbs had 5 carries for 59 yards. He was incredible. Jared Goff, another really good game, 21 for 34, 221. He had 2 touchdowns as well. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he had 73 yards, 2 touchdowns from Sam Laporta. Not the best, but I got him in fantasy, so I need the points anywhere I could take him, kid. But yeah, overall, good game. They didn't get the cover, but a win is a win.
Yeah, Dale. This game should have been a blowout. I understand it was a little, somewhat of a blowout in the first half of the game, but let's give Chicago credit, Dale. They did stop the Lions 2 out of the first 3 times when the Lions reached the red zone to start the game. So you got to give them credit. Lions could have easily went up 21-0, but the Chicago Bears was able to create 2 stops and force 2 field goals. You have Jesse Bates on your fantasy team, Dill. He was hot. He started 3 for 3. He missed a field goal late, which is fine, Dill. But I think the reason why Chicago was able to cover this big number, yes, they wasn't able to score points in the first half, but their defense didn't let it get out of hand. Like you said, it was 16-0. Could have easily been 21, 28-0. So got to give credit to Chicago's defense for, yes, it got a little out there, but didn't get out of hand. And in the second half, Dill, I think this is a trend for these past few weeks. Maybe it's the new offensive coordinator. Maybe they'll really start dicing it up to the second half.
Head coach, you mean now?
Yeah, well, yeah, now. But to be honest, Dill, Caleb Williams, say what you want. First half, not great. No. Second half,
better.
I'm gonna be honest, Dill, he was honestly damn near perfect. In my opinion, he played the best football I've seen him play so far.
Let me ask you, does it seem like he's playing scared because of how bad his offensive line is? Because it reminds me he's on the run a lot of the times.
Yes. Now I'm gonna say scared. I do understand where you're coming from, but I would just say he's a little hesitant.
Yeah.
And that's just gonna come with it. He's leads the NFL in sacks. It's rookie things. He's a little quick to jump out the pocket when he doesn't need to. And guess what? He has the worst offensive line in football, so I see why he does it. So it's understandable, Dill. I just got to give Caleb Williams for, how bad. I know what, the lost 6 straight games now. Dill, that was one of the best second halves of football I've seen in a while. He came back down 20 point, down 20, coming back there, almost gave his team a chance to win. It was just bad coaching and play calling and decision making at the down the stretch. Should have been able to tie this game with a field goal, but hey, that's why he's not longer the head coach.
Yeah, another game where Caleb Williams doesn't throw an interception. He hasn't thrown an interception since October 13th against Jacksonville. He has taken care of the ball. I'll agree with you. I think sometimes he's a little quick to jump out of the pocket and he runs into sacks. Granted, I thought he played fantastic in the second half. First half, he was running a little bit too much, in my opinion, and I didn't think he played all that well. But second half, he kind of locked in. And say what you want, he gave him a chance to win the game. They were in striking distance. Now let's skip to the bottom half of the last 30 seconds. Some of it has to be on Caleb, though. You got to see, and you also have to call the timeout. I understand there's a head coach and he has an obligation, but Caleb Williams, you are taking your time. You have to know you have one on you, right?
No, absolutely. But at the end, this is a rookie quarterback. Yes, he should know better.
Yeah.
But we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt just because he never been in that scenario. Has he? Maybe in college, yes. But at the NFL level, he's yet to be in that scenario. I guarantee next time he won't hesitate to either call a timeout or at least spike the ball. I think he'll learn that and learn from that moving forward. Matt Eberflus, at the other hand, that's his job. He's paid to not just do, but to know such things still. And to me, that was just a boneheaded mistake. You have, 32 seconds left? Timeout. Just call a timeout. Regroup. Do you want to go deep, take a shot, try to win the game? Or you go short, get the first down, spike it, kick a field goal, send it to overtime. Think about what you're going to do, not just rush. And then, honestly, you look like you don't know how to manage the game. So
He doesn't.
To me, it was just poor decision making when it came down to it. The lights are too bright. Thanksgiving Day, it was rowdy in Detroit. Got to give the crowd a little credit, but at the end of the day, this is unacceptable. I'm gonna let Caleb slide. Yes, I'm gonna say 30% Caleb, 70% Matt Eberflus, just because Matt Eberflus knows better. He's been there and done that. Caleb Williams, I guarantee that was the first time in his career he was in that situation.
Yeah, we've seen other coaches be bad with timeouts or time management and kind of have a guy next to him at all times, like a guy that's like amazing in Madden. You just need a guy who knows when to call a timeout. Honestly, like that should just be their job. So yeah, it was bad. And the way he doubled down after the press conference and said what we did was right. What we did was right. I'm on to San Francisco. No, you're on your way to vacation, buddy, because you just got fired because of that. 6 in a row. And this isn't something the Bears do. You know what I mean? This is the only time the Bears have replaced their head coach mid-season was 1942, and he wasn't even fired. He left the team after 5 games and entered the Navy as a commissioner during World War II to serve this country. So they've never fired a coach mid-season. You have to be historically bad to be fired by the Chicago Bears mid-season. I mean, and he was. New offensive coordinator, like you said, Thomas Brown, who's really taken the next step. Looks like the offense has done much better since Shane Waldron, got out of there. He's now taken over as the interim head coach. Shitty situation, kid, right now for the Bears. What do you think they do moving forward? What do you see?
One thing I can honestly say, there's a lot of head coach potential this offseason, right? If I'm Chicago, I have, potentially one of the best prospects in all of football in Caleb Williams right now. Still, I know it might get some heat, but I'm calling the man I just played. I'm calling Ben Johnson. To me, Ben Johnson is one of the best offensive coordinators in football. He's young. To me, you could build with him. I'm calling Ben Johnson. I'm getting an offensive guy in there to help build Caleb Williams. If I could get Cliff Kingsbury, yes, I understand that they didn't have much success in USC, but we saw what he's doing with Jaden Daniels. Many times at point, not just us on the show, but thousands of people were saying Jaden Daniels is outplaying Caleb Williams. So, to me, you need an offensive guy. Matt Eberflus, he's a good defensive mind. You need somebody who's going to take Caleb Williams to the next level. And I think Chicago has a chance to do that. They just got to make the right decisions this offseason.
I think you're thinking of Lincoln Riley at USC, but still, Lincoln Riley's the one who coached.
Oh, yeah, Lincoln Riley.
But still, even Cliff Kingsbury had Johnny Manziel, Patrick Mahomes. Like, Cliff Kingsbury had a lot of people. Kyler Murray. I think Ben Johnson is one of the top sought-out prospects. I mean, he's going to have options.
And another guy out there, I know he's not let's just say, a owner's favorite. Eric Bieniemy.
You've been on this bus for a while.
Yeah, I'm not saying make him the head coach, people, but at least bring him in offensive coordinator. He could dice some plays up. Hey,
Matt Eberflus was a defensive coordinator. Let's be honest. You can't have a defensive guy with Caleb Williams. That's just not going to work.
Because you got to still develop Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams, he has the talent. He's just not that guy yet. I think he will be that guy, but you need to bring in somebody that's going to make him that guy. Confidence
level of him being that guy in the next 5 years, 1 to 10.
8.
That's high. All right, good. I agree. A
guy's not winning Super Bowls.
No.
Dak, Lamar.
Yeah, he could be in that range.
Those are great guys.
There were some throws he made on the run yesterday and towards the sideline where, like, that's an elite throw.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
To me, he could be a top 10 quarterback for a long time.
Yes.
I'm not saying he's going to win multiple Super Bowls, anything like that, but can he be a multi-Pro Bowler? Absolutely.
100%. Yeah. The talent's there. We all see it. People who watch football know Caleb Williams will be good. Just needs the right people. He needs imagine he was in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell. Yeah, no, he would be insane. Okay, let's go to the next game. I think we handicapped this one to a T. Dallas Cowboys, they wind up covering the 3. I think it closed 4.5, whatever it was. They covered it. Game went way over the total. I think the total was 38? 39, something like that. Game goes over the total as well. DeMarvion Overshone. What a game from him, though.
Mhm.
I mean, he had the tip, he had the interception. I think it was 8-9 tackles. He was all over the field. They were able to actually run the ball. Rico Duato had a really good game. Finally, 22 carries for 112 yards. He had the touchdown. Turpin, he did what he was able to do. Cooper Rush, another solid game. Didn't turn the ball over. Drew Lock, it's just hard to root for this team. They're just it is what it is. I'm not going to go too much into it because it is the Giants, but just not good right now. They've lost 7 in a row. They own the number 1 pick. Well, we'll see what Jacksonville winds up doing this Sunday. But yeah, not good. Dexter Lawrence, he dislocated his elbow. Apparently, Brian Dable came out today and said further tests, it will be long term. He's might miss the season. Yeah, he's going to be done for the year. Rookie tight end Theo Johnson out of Penn State. He has a foot injury. He's out for the year. This team is done, kid. They're going to get the 1 or 2 pick.
Yeah, Giants are honestly been the worst team in football for the last 7 weeks. You could honestly say they're the worst team in football. Carolina's been looking a little better as of late.
Much better.
Jacksonville's Jacksonville, yes. But you can make the case Giants is the worst team in football. To be honest, I liked how Drew Lock played. Take away the interception, that was a pick 6 still, which was a tremendous play by Okashon. Still, he played all right. I understand he fumbled on that run, but he ran one in, 21 for 32. Pretty good, not great. Like I said, besides the pick 6, to me, he played all right. He has a bad offensive line deal. He got sacked 6 times. Sacked 6 times. Micah Parsons had 2 sacks. The defensive line was getting after him. But give credit to the Cowboys. It's just, I honestly hope Brian Daboll doesn't lose his job. Just, in my opinion, he's a great offensive play.
Just a bad team.
Chicago, I'll hire Brian Daboll. To me, he's a great play caller. He could honestly develop. We saw what he did with Daniel Jones 2 years ago, Dill.
Saw what he did with Josh Allen.
You took the words out of my mouth, Dill.
Yeah.
So give credit to the Dallas Cowboys, Dill. Rico Dowd, first 100-yard game of his career. First time Dallas Cowboys running back has ran for over 100 yards this year. First career touchdown for Rico Dowd. And Dill, first time all season. It took about 13 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys had a 20-yard run,
and their first win at home.
A lot of things happen for the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. So for all you Cowboys fans out there,
congrats.
Be thankful because first win at home all season, first 100-yard rush, first career touchdown, first touchdown of Rico Dowd's season, and first 20-yard run. You witnessed a lot, Cowboys fans, yesterday. So be thankful. Giants, hey, at least I went over Malik Neighbors and we laid it with Dallas.
It's unfortunate because I think I agree to the point where I think Brian Daboll's a good play caller. I think he's a good coach, but the team is so bad. I think he might lose his job. I don't think he should. I just think the way the NFL works and the way ownership works, they're going to try to get him out there. Now, on the other hand, 5-7, technically they gave him a 5% chance of making it. 5-7, crazier things have happened. But
hey, Mika said we're back. Watch
now,
out.
Is Mike McCarthy kind of coaching himself to a job security? Like if he rattles off another 2 wins and, makes the season respectable, I guess, for Jerry, he's not fired, right?
You got to at least give him credit for winning games with a backup quarterback.
They beat the Giants,
dealing with injuries. Hey, they just won a game in
Washington. Yeah, you're right.
10.5-point dogs.
You're
plus
right.
What, 360, 380 on the money line, Dale. So this is 2 in a row. 2 in a row now. Hey, they got a tough matchup next week. But hey, if you're somehow able to win that game, Dale, I highly doubt it. But the Cowboys fans are delusional enough to believe so. So I highly doubt it. But one thing I can say is I think he could possibly coach himself to keep in his job for another year. That I'll agree with.
And with the Giants' loss, they are the first team to be eliminated mathematically from the playoffs. We'll see what happens on this Black Friday. We'll get plays real quick on that while we are taping this. But last game, Green Bay 30, Miami Dolphins 17. Another game we just handicapped to a T, 3.5. It did like the game. These two teams are not close. I'm sorry, and I really don't know what else to say, but these two teams aren't close, like at all. Josh Jacobs thought he had a good game. Jordan Love had a good game. Say what you want about Tua. I thought he played okay. A lot of check downs, but I thought someone said something really interesting that I was like, made me think. With the Dolphins offense, you got Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, where they go vertical, they go up and down the field. But in the weather, Tua's ball kind of, no pun intended, waddles a little bit where it doesn't go on a dime in warm weather. So they were alluding to, it's not that he's bad in cold weather. He doesn't have the arm strength in the cold to get the ball or for Mike McDaniels to call plays down the field. So it's always deacon and ducking when they're in the cold. And I don't think this offense is very exciting or effective in the cold. And I think that's why they're losing. I thought that was a really good point. Thoughts on that in the game?
Yeah, this is what Miami being 0-9
Yeah.
in under 40-degree weather. To me, that's just terrible. If I was the owner, I'm moving the team out of Miami.
I mean, they play in the AFC East, New England, New Jersey, and Buffalo.
Still, half those games are in Miami, though.
Yeah,
half those games are in Miami, Dill. I honestly don't get it. Tua and Mike McDaniels are 0-9 when the weather's 40 degrees or lower. To me, that's unacceptable, Dill. I honestly thought Miami was going to be able to keep it close in this one just because they've been playing good ball. They covered against Buffalo. They won 2 straight games. I was like, you know what? Maybe Tua in this offense could, do some things. Defensively, they've been better. Still, Jordan Love in this Green Bay's team is for real. This is what I've been saying for a while. Yes, I have the Lions. I have the Eagles. I have the Green Bay Packers as my third team to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. That's my opinion. Jordan Love is that dude. Another game, no turnovers. That's pretty damn great. Why he still leads the NFL in interception. Still, no turnovers, 2 touchdowns. It was cold. It was not just cold for Miami. It was cold for Green Bay as well. And to me, Jordan Love was damn near perfect. Tucker Kraft, huge game. Like you said, Josh Jacobs, he didn't run that much, but he caught it 4 for 74. Who would have thought? Christian Watson hit the over. He came back. Jalen Reed, 2 touchdowns. Didn't have a ton of yards, but he got 2 tutties still. And the offense was flowing, moving. And they still got Rico Dobbs, who's going to be coming back from injury very soon. So, to me, this was honestly the most impressive win of Thanksgiving. Give credit to Green Bay. Miami, I think your playoff chances are done.
Yeah, they're done. They can't play in the cold. It's literally that simple. They can't play in the cold. Tyreek can. He's played in Arrowhead before.
Yeah.
It's not him. It's I don't know. It's the mentality. They kind of gave up and quit, it felt like. And obviously they're used to it up in Green Bay. Jordan Love, I thought, really good game. Only 7 incomplete passes, over 270 yards, over 129 QBR. Looked really good. His passer rating was amazing as well. Josh Jacobs gets the ball out of anyone. Yeah, he only rushed for 43 yards, but 19 times as well. He caught 4 catches as well. He's all over the field. Over 110 purpose yards, all-purpose yards. I had Tucker Kraft in one of my fantasy. He had a really good game, 6 catches, 78 yards. And we said this, I think it was a few weeks ago, but shout out, we got to implement him on like our props. But Jonnu Smith is getting targeted a lot. He's developing into a top 3 receiver on this team outside of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. But 10 catches, 100 on 11 targets, 10 catches for 113 yards. He had a really good game. And Tyreek Hill had most of those yards towards the back end of the game. But yeah, this Packer team 9-3 in the toughest division in football, the NFC North. 3rd place at 9-3, kid. Can you believe that?
To be honest, it should be 1st place. I think every other division besides the AFC West and AFC East, they're 1st place. Oh, in Eagles. Eagles are what, 9-2?
Outside of that, like we said, kid, we got most of it right. Home teams went perfect yesterday. 3-0 on Thanksgiving. Packers, Lions, and Cowboys all won. Since the NFL went to 3 games on Thanksgiving back in 2006, this is the second time in which all home teams won all 3 games, joining what year? Can you guess the year?
2012.
No, very close. 2013, when the Lions, Cowboys, and Ravens all won. Very close. I almost thought you had it for a sec. Anything else you want to get off your chest for for Thanksgiving or anything in those games?
Nah, Dale. I just hope everybody had himself a great holiday and do a little Black Friday shopping today.
Absolutely. All right, kid. Before we get to these other games for the weekend, a quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. It is no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys or new flavor, coconut, watching NFL Sunday, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid, let's get to it. Week 14, rivalry weekend in college football. We had some games going off already here on Friday. Mississippi State and Ole Miss, the Egg Bowl. Memphis on Thursday, upsetting Tulane 34-14. I took the +13. It was too many points. I know it was on the road. Colorado got a big win today, 52-0. Tough loss for the for Oregon State. I know they were going on the road, but this kid, Ashawn Gentry, 5th all-time in rushing yards in college football history.
Wow.
I mean,
today's the last game. Well, today. He plays today.
Yeah, he played already. Yeah, 226 yards.
Shit.
I mean, he's going to be a finalist.
Is he going to win the Heisman, though? Because Travis just went 3 TDs and an interception today. I think he had 116, 10 catches.
I think it has to. We've been advocating for it to be Travis Hunter since the start of the season. We can't switch.
I'll be honest.
But you see the running backs like Reggie Bush come out and say, no, Alshon Gentry deserves it, which I get.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. He should. But Travis Hunter, man, he had a phenomenal season, and he plays both sides. He could make the case he was a top 40, 50 wide receiver in the country and the best corner in the country.
Alshon Gentry, 5th all-time for most rushing yards in a single season. Will he break the record? I think he has 2 more games, actually. I think he has 1 more game next week.
The bowl game.
And then the bowl game. And you're going to see a lot more players play because of the NIL. Yeah. These guys are getting paid now. They will play. You're going to see a lot less players sit out, which I think is better for the game. Mm-hmm. Let me read you the list real quick before we go into it. Number 1, the legend Barry Sanders, 2,628. Melvin Gordon out of Wisconsin, 2,587. Kevin Smith, 2,567. Marcus Allen, 2,342. And Alshon Gentry, 2,288. Kid, let me get you the number, the exact number. You might actually do it in your head quicker than my calculator. He needs 340 yards to break Barry Sanders' record.
He could do it.
You think he just rushed for 226?
He needs to go 171, 170. He does it.
Oh, I hope we're rooting for that, right?
Yeah,
we're rooting for that.
I'm gonna be honest, Travis. He does it. He did it.
If he breaks Barry Sanders' record, that
he got it.
Cause how long has this record not been broken for?
40 years? Yeah, since the 70. Yeah, 7. Yeah, no. Yeah, like 77. I think that was. I don't know the year. Don't quote me.
No, I'm gonna look up when he went to college. 1989.
Dang. I was off by 12.
19, but still. over 20 years, bro. Over 25 years. That's insane. No one's touched that. And look how long it took someone to even come close. Shout out Melvin Gordon. He was a beast. Yeah. Melvin Gordon almost rushed for 2,600 yards in Wisconsin. That's insane. But yeah, like you said, Travis Hunter, 10 catches, 116 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. I think the deciding factor is he plays both ways, right?
Yeah, that's what. Like I said, to me,
That's
he's
crazy.
a top 40 wide receiver, top 50.
He's
and he's the best corner in college.
Yeah, and he's going to play corner, right?
No ands, no buts. As a Patriots fan, I hope we draft him. I think we might fall 5, 6, maybe 7th. I doubt.
Oh, wow.
I highly doubt he'll fall that far, but I think we can snag him at 4 or 5, Dill. I feel like teams will jump up for a quarterback. Quarterback talent in this draft.
Not high. I was looking at the Tankathon again just because, Jets are number 6 now. We're itching up there, kid.
Yeah. And y'all definitely going quarterback, so.
Quarterback?
No,
we're not going to get a quarterback. I promise you we're not. I know it's the Jets. I know, but it's the Jets. We got Jordan Travis. What's the silence for? I don't get it. Jordan Travis led an undefeated Florida State team that got snubbed. You were advocating on this show for them.
I was. And look, clearly I was wrong.
Yeah.
Clearly I was wrong.
But no, right now, obviously, Giants won. They're going quarterback, right? Like that's they're going Shador, right?
Yeah, Giants, Raiders.
Well, and who else?
Not Jacksonville. Not Patriots. Maybe Carolina.
No, I think Bryce Young has proven them wrong.
Put a fire under him. Put a fire under
Then it's
him.
The Jets. I don't think the Jets.
Look what the
Tennessee at 7.
Look what the Packers did 4 years ago. Drafted Jordan Love. Aaron Rodgers won back-to-back MVPs.
Yeah.
Hey.
They said 7 Tennessee because we don't believe in Will Levis, right? Yeah. The jury's still out with you.
No. I'm just saying. Like,
okay, but there's no quarterback that's good enough to take.
Is it going to be a Bo Nix at 7?
No. The quarterbacks are not good. There's only 2 good quarterbacks.
Maybe Jalen Monroe, but to me that's more of a project.
Yeah, and Jalen Monroe is. I don't even think he's scheduled.
I saw a mock draft saying the Jets at 7.
Oh, no.
I'm just saying it was a mock deal.
Yeah,
not mine. I said
know.
Jets at 7. Jalen Monroe. That's what I saw.
They said Alshon Gentry, the kid out of Boise State, 11 to the Bengals.
Chase Brown's been a dog. All right, you know what it is. We're
not GS. I would just go with it.
Let's get into these college.
Yeah.
If I'm the Cowboys, definitely going after running.
All right, let's go to the game. The Ohio State. Been over 100 years since this rivalry. It's on the bucket list. I got to go out there. Definitely to the Horseshoe. Don't want to go to the Big House, even though it is historic. Ohio State laying 19.5 at home against the team up north. Total 42.5. Now, obviously, down year for the Wolverines and Michigan. But if Ryan Day even comes close to losing this game, the lock is going to be changed. Like, you have to win this game, and not just win. This team, no disrespect, but Michigan is not a good team. They just run the ball. They don't really pass the ball because they don't have a quarterback until next year. You got to blow them out. I'm going to lay the 19.5 here with Ohio State. This is a prove-it game. I know Michigan can play spoilers, and even though if Michigan wins, I still think Ohio State gets into the playoffs, but that would be criminal. Ryan Day would be fired and not taken back. He needs to win this game. He hasn't won in 2 years. At home, one of the most talented rosters Ryan Day has ever had. You need to blow this team out. I'll lay the 19.5, kid.
Dale, you know what? I agree with you on one thing. This is a must-win game. You cannot lose this game 3 years straight. And like you said, Michigan is on a down year. You're a 20-point favorite.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to win by 20. I'm saying the booster's saying you should, but you have to win this game. That's it. Your job is to win this game, Dill. Fuck the covering 20. Just get the job done, Dill. If I was betting on this game, Dill, I'll take the points. This is a pressure game, Dill.
Yeah, it is.
It's a big pressure, and we know. Yeah, Michigan had a shit season, but it don't matter. They win this game, they went undefeated.
Yeah, that's their season. They're gonna fucking party till next year. They beat us.
This is their Super Bowl, so
Yeah.
I think they're gonna play it like such. I will lean the plus 19.5.
Wow. I hope you're wrong. Let's go to the next game. Let's go to the next game. We'll go out to Nashville, Tennessee. Vanderbilt hosting Tennessee Volunteers. No coincidence. The University of Tennessee is in Knoxville. Vanderbilt is in Nashville. A little Tennessee on Tennessee action, but Vanderbilt catching 11.5 at a home. Over under is at 48.5. Kid, we say this every week. It's just an automatic bet for me, I think, at this point. But give me the plus 11.5 with Diego Pavia. It's his last football game in his collegiate career against number 8 Tennessee, who I think are very fraudulent. Tennessee, who have they played? They're 9-2. They beat Chattanooga. I think their best win is what, Oklahoma? Oh no, they beat Alabama.
Yeah,
they lost to Georgia. They beat UTEP. They beat Mississippi State, who's garbage. Kent State. They don't play anybody good. They lost to Arkansas. They barely beat Florida. I don't think this Tennessee team is all that good. So I'll take the plus 11.5 with Diego Pavia and fucking Vanderbilt, kid. Give me Vanderbilt. What do you got?
Yeah, Dill, I'm gonna make it short and sweet. Give me the plus 10.5 for Vanderbilt, Dill. I'm gonna make it one reason. And I think you kind of just broke it down. You just didn't end with it. Vanderbilt clearly had the harder schedule between these two teams.
Oh, yeah.
At home, in Tennessee, state game, rivalry game. Give me the plus 10.5. And we said it multiple times. I think they're live dogs in this game, Dill. Like you said, who has Tennessee played? Yes, I understand. They beat Bama. But Bama frauds. Vanderbilt beat Bama. So I think Bama is live. Give me the plus 10.5 for Vanderbilt. I'm gonna be honest, sprinkle something on the money line as well.
I love
plus
it.
330.
I hope they do. I hope they do.
They had a tougher schedule, though.
Yeah, they did. They're more battle tested than Tennessee. Tennessee hasn't played anyone. They have, but they don't play them up to competition. Let's go to another rivalry in South Carolina. Clemson hosting the Gamecocks. 15 ranked Gamecocks. 2-point underdogs on the road. Clemson laying 2.5 at home. Total 49.5. Kid, this one was tough because South Carolina plays some upsets. They're a good team. I think they're playing well right now. I think they're 9-3 or 8-3. Tough loss. They lost to LSU in a game I thought they should have won. Lost to a close one against Bama. They got blown out by Ole Miss. That was their true game that they lost. But they beat Vanderbilt. They beat Missouri. They beat Vanderbilt, like A&M on the road. LSU, Kentucky, they have some wins, I think. But I'm going to take the home team. I'm going to lay it with the Tigers. Dabo, think he's still playing for a college playoff spot. They're sitting right there at number 12. I think the home field advantage is going to factor in. I'll lay the 2.5 with the Tigers.
I'm on the same boat, Dill. Give me Clemson minus 2.5 at home. Don't get me wrong. South Carolina, they deserve to be the number 15 team. They've been balling. They've been playing great ball. But I think Clemson takes care of business. I've been giving a lot of slack. If the loyal listeners know, I just to say, I'll be going a little hard on Dabo. And I think Dabo's having one of his best seasons since Trevor Lawrence. I'm on record saying he ain't a good coach without Trevor Lawrence. And he's honestly proven me wrong this year, Dill. Give him credit. I'm going to lay the minus 2.5 at home. Give me Clemson.
All right. I'm going to skip down to 3:30. We'll go out to USC Coliseum. USC Trojans.
We're aligned. We're aligned today.
This is perfect. I love it. Number 5, Notre Dame laying 7.5 on the road against the Trojans. Total is at 52.5. Kid, I almost locked this game up. That's how much I like it. I'm going to lay the 7.5 with the Fighting Irish. I think Lincoln Riley is out of there. Don't think he's even coaching anymore. Notre Dame is a buzzsaw. They're going to host a playoff game. They're on a mission right now, and USC is having a down year. I think this number is very low. I think it's a great teaser spot if you like college teases. But love Notre Dame here on the road. I'll lay the 7.5.
Yeah, though we on the same boat. Give me Notre Dame minus 7.5. It's kind of the reasons why we seen Army and Navy be honestly pretty damn good this year, right?
Yeah.
Still, they covered the big total against Army minus 14.5. They covered the big total against Navy 14 straight. Still, combined, they averaged 50 points scored in those games. Still, give me Notre Dame. USC is not better than Army. They're not better than Navy. Shit. I don't even think they're better than Georgia Tech. Give me Notre Dame minus 7.5. To be honest, it should be a double-digit favorite. And people know how I feel about Notre Dame.
Let's go to the next game I got. We'll go to the Carrier Dome. Syracuse hosting number 6 Miami. Miami laying 11 on the road. Total 67.5. Oh, they burnt me. This is another team where I just can't get them right, but I'm going to go back to the well. Give me plus 11.5 with the Qs in the Carrier Dome at home. Too many points. I think offensively, the quarterback for Syracuse, forgot his name. He's the guy from Kyle McCord. It was the Ohio State kid. I think he'll do enough in the Dome to keep this one close. I doubt they'll win outright. Miami is a fucking buzzsaw right now, and Cam Ward is just on fire. But plus 11.5 at home? Yeah, kid, I'll take the points in my pocket with Syracuse. What do you got?
Dill, my last play of Saturday will be the Scarlet Knights taking on Michigan State. Dill, the Spartans.
Tough game.
Yes, they basically had to pick them. We're catching 2 points. The Knights. Give me the dog of the weekend, Dill. Give me the plus 105, plus 100. I call it plus 100 right now, plus 105. I think Greg Schiano could win this game, Dill. I think we're just a little better than Michigan State, in my opinion. I understand this is school, Dill. I understand that, but I think you will even agree. Rutgers are just slightly better. That's all, just slightly better. Give me the dog, Rutgers on the road.
I got a few left. I like 1, 2, 3. I got like 4 or 5 plays left. I'll rattle them off. We'll go to the Iron Bowl. Number 13 ranked Alabama at home taking on Auburn. In Tuscaloosa, Alabama laying 10.5. Total is at 52. Kid, I'm gonna lay it here with Alabama at home. Kellen DeBoer's first Iron Bowl. We'll see how he prepares for this game, but he has to know taking this job. This one is circled for everyone, not just for the people in Tuscaloosa and Auburn, but for the whole state of Alabama now. All eyes are on this game. I think he shows up. They have Jalen Milroe. I think he's going to bounce back. Tough loss. 3 interceptions against Oklahoma. That's just unacceptable. Think they bounce back. I'll lay the big number. Auburn's not the best school. Kid, I need a play. This is our intro. Where are we leaning here? Or what do you like?
I'm going to lay the 10.5, Dill, because it's just, like you said, just the disaster game last week by Milrose. You can't really, right your wrongs, but you can have a dominant win in rivalry week. That's one thing you can do. So you take care of business against your rival. Hey, maybe some of that hype comes back, Dill, but I got it, dude. Give me Bama minus 10.5. Hopefully we ain't witnessing another heartbreaker.
Got a couple more plays. We'll go to Arizona State. The Wildcats hosting the Sun Devils, number 16 ranked Sun Devils. Arizona State laying 8.5 now against the Wildcats. Totals at 53.5. I was able to get 9.5 earlier. I'm going to take the Wildcats. I know Arizona State has made me a lot of money this year. I think they're a really good football team. Little letdown here. I do think they'll sneak out of Tucson with a win, but I wouldn't lay the big number with the Sun Devils. That is just me. Next game. Big game. Where is it? I'm trying to look for it. It is. There it is. 7:30. College Station, number 20th, Texas A&M hosting the Longhorns. Horns down, number 3, Texas laying 5. Wow. Come down a little bit. Totals at 48.5. Opened up at 6. Now it's down to 5. I caught 5.5 the other day. Give me the Aggies. I think they find a way to beat this team. I've been fading Texas for weeks now. I don't think they're a good team. And I think they win outright, kid. Give me the plus money. Dog of the weekend. I think A&M finds a way to get into the SEC championship game, man. I like this team. I think defensively at home, they're going to cause fits for Texas. Yeah, I'll take the points as well. Any thoughts on that game?
Dude, I love the energy. You know, would I roll with Texas? Yeah, but you know, they've been a little shaky these past few weeks, so I'm gonna just stay away.
And then last game I liked was 24th ranked Kansas State on the road on Ames, Iowa. 18th ranked Iowa State laying 2.5 at home. Total is at 51.5. I'll lay the points. Iowa State's kind of owned this rivalry as of late at home. Gonna be a really cold day. Don't know if Kansas can handle that. I think Iowa State winds up pounding the rock. They win a close game. I'll lay the 2.5 here with the Cyclones, kid. That is going to do it for me. Any other plays or anything you like here for Saturday?
Nah, dude, that's just about it. You know, kind of threw me off. It was a lot of games today as well, so kind of threw me off a little bit.
Oh, good. By the way, we are recording this Friday afternoon while Friday night or Friday. I keep getting confused. Friday evening. Thank you. While the Chiefs and Raiders are going on right now. Kid, any plays that you have live? I know it was too many points, I thought. So I wound up taking the Chiefs plus 13. I saw 13.5s out there. It is 3-10 right now to start of the second half. I also winded up being on Brock Bowers as well. You know, right now he does have only 3 catches, but I took him over 5.5. There is still time. Aiden O'Connell, not the best game. You know, Jacoby Myers had that nice one drive where he had a couple of those catches. He has 5 catches for 86 yards, but I think it's a lackluster offensive day in Arrowhead.
Yeah, though, 10-3 at halftime. You know, Patrick Mahomes, ton of yards still, just not a ton of points just yet. You know, glad to see Isaiah Pacheco back from injury. That's a good sight. You know, Travis Kelce having a good game. Noah Gray has been doing his thing as of late. It's just not an exciting game so far in Arrowhead. I don't even think it's called Arrowhead no more, though. I saw
really?
Yeah, I think it's called.
Let me see.
Yeah, I don't
no,
think
it's GEH Field at Arrowhead Stadium.
Oh, it's still at. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, damn, it's not Arrowhead.
What's with all these places and
money? Shit, throw us a bag. We'll have your name
somewhere. I'll put that shit everywhere.
I'll tat it on me. Talk to me nice.
But yeah, not the most exciting game if I'm being honest. But hopefully the Chargers wind up covering that 13.5, kid. But let's get to it. They fucked us again, kid. 7 1 p.m. games, 3 4 p.m. games. Why do they keep doing this to us?
I have no clue, man. I don't know why you can't just split it evenly. I don't know if it's like TV contracts or what, but if we're only gonna have 3 to 2 games at 4 o'clock window, like why we gotta load up at the 1 o'clock? I understand we had Thursday games, Friday game, but shit, why we gotta have 7 at the 1 o'clock window?
No, it's too much, bro. It's too much. I think 6 and 4 is the perfect amount. Almost said set for a second. But yeah, let's get to it. We will start in Atlanta. The Falcons, Kirk Cousins hosting the LA Chargers. Chargers, road favorites, minus 120 on the money line, plus 102 for the Falcons. Over-under is at 47.5. Kid, I'll start this one. Chargers coming off a tough loss. Falcons off of a bye. I don't understand why the Chargers are the favorite here on the road on a short week when the Falcons had more than a week to prepare. It just doesn't make sense in my opinion. You know, and I also think the Chargers are in a look ahead spot in a primetime situation against the Chiefs next week. I like the Falcons here, kid. I think having a week to prepare here with Cousins and that passing attack, I think they could have some success the way Ravens did through the air on Monday. Think it's a good teaser leg as well. Tease them up to plus 7.5. Even if they do lose, I don't think they lose by more than a touchdown, but give me the home dog to start, kid. Give me the Falcons.
Phil, I'm going the other way. You know, give me the Chargers. on the money line, Dale. Coming off a loss, got a little embarrassed, especially the second half on the Monday night stage. I understand Atlanta's coming off a bye week. Loses a 2 straight, Dale. But I'm going to tell you why the Chargers are favorite, Dale. What you told me? Chargers have what? Top 5 offensive line in football, right?
And a coach.
And a coach. Who has, honestly, a bottom 5 pass rush, Dale?
The Falcons.
Come on, Dale. I don't think the Falcons going to be able to get after the quarterback. Unless they got a new scheme after the bye week, I'll love to see. I don't think they're going to be able to get consistent quarterback on pressure on Justin Herbert, Dale. I think Justin Herbert has a chance to light him up. He didn't go over that mark last week, Dale. I think he possibly goes over his total mark this week, Dale. Atlanta is due for a win. I believe in Harbaugh. I believe Justin Herbert. I believe in this team right now. Defensively, pretty good. Atlanta ain't the Ravens.
Got exposed a little bit.
A little bit, Dale.
A little.
Atlanta ain't the Ravens.
That's fair.
Give me the Chargers on the money line and give me a bounce by game by Quentin Johnson. Dill, he had 4 drops, 3 drops, 5 drops, whatever you could call it. He had a bad game on Monday night. I think he bounces back. 1 o'clock game, not nationally televised, only 40 yards and a half. They'll give me the over. I think Justin Herbert, remember, no J.K. Dobbins, people. So I think they're going to rely a little more on the passing game. Yes, Gus the Bus could do his thing, but I think it's going to be more on Justin Herbert's shoulders for the remainder of the season just because J.K. is out.
Let's go to the next game. We'll go to New England. Patriots hosting the Indianapolis Colts. Colts laying 146 on the money line, laying 2.5. Total 42.5. Patriots plus 124 on the money line as well. Can AR-15 get it done on the road against an quote unquote easier team? I don't know. I don't know. We've talked about this Patriot team being a fun team to bet on, and I think obviously for Drake May, he's able to move this ball. I think he's going to be able to score some points on this defense. And plus, the Colts just played the Lions. What do we talk about? We have to continue to fade teams following the next week who play the Lions. Dome team, outdoors, in the cold. AR-15's he wanted to come out of the game. Now he's going to go to Foxborough in the cold. He's going to quit on the team. Give me the Patriots plus 2.5. I think they're live outright. The more I talk myself into it, the more I love the Patriots.
Yeah, Joe, I'm going to be honest. I do lean that way. I didn't go there officially, but this is a winnable game for the Patriots. Like you said, I don't expect Anthony Richardson. I understand our defense ain't good.
No, it's a down year for the defense.
Yeah. It's not a good defense. But does Anthony Richardson worry me that he's going to torch us? Not really. It's going to be cold. Do I think Jonathan Taylor can have a amazing day? He's been having a so-so year. Do I think he could rush for $120 and 2 TDs? I don't think so, Dale. Is he capable? Absolutely. I just don't think he'll be able to do it in a cold condition game in Foxborough. I'm with you, Dale. I'll lean the points, maybe a little sprinkle on the money line, but my official play on the game, going back to the well, give me Hunter Henry over 42.5 receiving yards. I don't understand why they keep leaving it around this number. I understand he doesn't have tremendous great games, but 5 of the last 6 weeks, he's went over this mark, Dale. Give me Hunter Henry over 42.5.
Yeah, it's insane right now. And Shane Steichen just announced that wide receiver Josh Downs is out for the game on Sunday as well. So makes me like the Patriots even more.
Michael Pittman Jr. is not going to beat Christian Gonzalez one-on-one often.
No. Not a lot of wide receivers will. Let's go to Jacksonville, another bad team. Jacksonville hosting. My question, and was I wrong?
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Yeah. I'm trying to tell you.
I was like, did someone just forget that they were on a bye and that Dougie P still has a job?
Dougie P's a Super Bowl winning head coach.
But this is unacceptable, this job. What he's doing this year is bad. And I don't want to hear they don't have talent. They don't. No. They got some pieces on this team. They just paid their quarterback. I'm not trying to hear that. Texans, though, laying 3.5 on the road, minus 188 on the money line. Jaguars plus 158 total, 44.5 off of a bye. How are you feeling with this Jaguar team?
Dale, give me the Houston Texans -3.5 on the road, -4, whatever you could get, people. To be honest, this might be lock of the week potential. After losing to Tennessee at home, I'm gonna be honest. I think that was a gut punch / a slice of humble pie. I think the Houston Texans looked themselves in the mirror and was like, you know what, we got to change some things around. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Houston's best outing of the season this Sunday. They'll get some very bad Jacksonville team. Give me possibly the lock of the week.
Wow.
Houston Texans -3.5.
Yeah, I still can't believe they didn't fire Doug Peterson. Trevor Lawrence, though, is back, which is good. If you kind of do trends, Texans have won 6 straight in Jacksonville. But can you trust this team, Elvis? I don't think I can right now. I think CJ might turn the ball over, maybe tease them down, but there's no way I could lay the 3.5. This is a total stay away game. I know we don't do that, but I really don't like anything. I was scared when I was more inclined to take the 3.5 than lay it. That's how scared I am with this Texans team. Because we see how bad they are in the second half. Let's go to the Meadowlands. New York Jets hosting the Seattle Seahawks. Revenge spot for Geno. -1.5 on the road. -116 on the money line. -102 for the Jets. Short home dogs. Total 42.5. So a whole shit story for the Jets during the bye. I told you, there's a will, there's a way. The Jets would lose the bye somehow, some way, and they did. All the bullshit coming out through the media. It's all bullshit in my opinion, though. As for the game, it's disgusting. Jets stink. Seahawks road favorites after a win. Geno revenge spot. I don't know what to do in this game. The Jets always find ways to lose. I can't lay points on the road with Seattle, but I also can't play the Jets because they find ways to lose. I think Jets maybe in a teaser leg, but I really don't like anything in this game, kid. I don't trust the Jets, and I don't trust Geno Smith. I will say this. Maybe we wrote Mike McDonald off a little too soon. That's back-to-back weeks where the defense has been playing much better. I think it might take some time, just like we've seen in Philadelphia in that defense. But I think I'll hold off as calling him a fraud just yet. I think I was a little too quick to the punch with that one. I think the defense has been playing better. But Geno Smith, he might go crazy against us. I really don't know. I think the Jets could get pressure. And what does Geno Smith not do well? Deal with pressure. So that's why I'm conflicted. I just hope both teams lose. I hope it's a tie. That's really what I want. But yeah, I have nothing in this game, kid. Those are my opinions.
Dill, first of all, people, I got a little special surprise, Dill. Just hold off. I might throw you off a little bit, but I'm gonna get where I'm going. I have an OG at work. My boy Lee San. And I ain't gonna hold it. Me and him be talking about our plays, and he be giving me some winners. On the side, I've been the under for the Lions and Colts. That was all my boy Lee on. Dill, before I get to my play, I told him I would say his best bet for this week, Dill. And I'm gonna say I don't love it, Dill. He said the Jets. He got faith in the Jets. He said they're gonna win this game, Dill. I said, Lee, are you sure? He said, son, I got you, money. Jets. Money line, dog of the week. He said that's his best bet. Hey, for anybody listening out there, my boy Lee San, hey, he be doing his thing. But I'm going on the opposite side, Dill. Give me the Seattle Seahawks. Give me Geno Smith, Mr. They wrote me off. I ain't right back. Guess who's the team who wrote him off, Dill? The New York Jets, Dill. Dumpster fire. Like you said, you lost the bye week. Don't get me wrong. Can a win this week block out some of that noise? Absolutely. But y'all got to win first. You know it's a tough task for the Jets to win the game. Still, one thing I'm going to say real quick. Do you know Aaron Rodgers yet to have a 300-yard passing game this season?
Not surprising.
Huh? Still, that's not good. We got an emerging defense. Like you said, McDonald kind of dicing them up. Arizona. 7 points last week? 6? not good.
In the rain.
San Francisco at home. Brock Purdy was there. Debo was there. Kittle was there. CMC was there. He held them to under 20 on the road. Dill, give me Seattle minus 116 on the money line. And Dill, quietly, Jackson Smith is due, but he's emerging, Dill.
Ohio State.
He's emerging, Dill. I lean is over 53.5. Might take an official. Check my action come Sunday. But those are my plays. My boy Leeson taking the Jets. I'm going to the other side. Give me Seattle minus 116 on the money line. And I'll also like Jackson Smith, a Jigba, over 53.5 receiving.
AFC North matchup, Bengals hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bengals laying 2.5 at home, minus 162 on the money line, plus 136 for Mike Tomlin. Over-unders at 47.5. Steelers on a back-to-back road spot. Extra rest with that snow game in Cleveland. I didn't like how they have to play Cleveland again. They play Cleveland, play the Bengals, and then the next week they play Cleveland again. I mean, how do we do that? Like
AFC North shit.
It's so stupid. Whoever makes these schedules. Anyway, yeah, I think that's a tough spot to be in. 3 division games in a row, but this handicap was easy. Mike Tomlin as a dog, we have to take him here. It's gotten to the point where you fade him as a favorite. They lose to Cleveland, but as a dog, he always delivers. Bounce back spot for him. Everything. TJ Watt didn't have a good game. I think he bounces back and has a really good game. 2.5. I'll take it because it's a good teaser leg as well. Get him up to 8.5. Plus 136 might be my dog of the week. Give me Steelers.
Dill. This one was hard.
If you take the Bengals, I think you're being too cute.
This one was hard, Dill. You know how I feel about the Bengals. To me, one of the most high-powered offenses all of football. Also, one of the worst defenses in all of football. Divisional matchup in Cincinnati. Dill. Tough spot, Dill. Tough spot. I think you got to lean with the +3 with the Steelers. To lose 2 straight in divisional matchups. But one thing I can say is Cincinnati coming off a bye week. Mathematically, they're not eliminated, Dill. Can they end the season off when 6 straight, possibly shock the world, make the playoffs? Absolutely. Do I think they're capable of doing it just because of the defense? I'm not sure. Can this offense, Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, can they just go out there, put up 40 and outscore everybody for the remainder of the season? They have a chance to. I just don't think they're going to be able to get it done. I'm with you, I'll probably take the +3 with the Steelers. To me, it's a tough one. Wouldn't be surprised at all one bit if Joe Burrow just goes out there and balls, puts up 30. They win 30 to 27. Wouldn't be surprised at all. But I think I got to go Mike Tomlin +3.
All right, let's go a little down south. We'll go to Maryland. Washington Redskins hosting the Tennessee Titans. Redskins laying 6.5 at home, minus 260 on the money line. Titans plus 6.5, plus 215 total, 44.5. Titans on a back-to-back road spot. I'll admit this game was harder to handicap than I anticipated. I want to fade the Titans coming off a win. I definitely don't want to lay this big number with the Redskins anymore. With how they've been playing, they haven't looked good after that Hail Mary victory. I also think the more I watch Washington's offense, the more it has to do with running the ball and that being successful. And what does Tennessee do the best on defense? They stop the run. Robinson, Austin Eckler, they're both banged up. I don't know, Elvis. I think this might be a field goal game, ugly, 24-20, 23-20, something like that, where the Titans defense kind of keeps them in this game. I think they're good enough to keep them in this game. I don't know. I came down to it. Call me crazy. Give me the +3 and +5.5, +6.5 with Tennessee. It's so ugly, but give me Tennessee +6.5.
Still, I feel you. Coming off of a very impressive win last week. I understand Will Levis did have another, bad interception, but defensively, Tennessee's defense been pretty good, above average. Tony Pollard, been running the ball really well, and
I
not
think
for
he's
that.
only 20 yards away from 1,000 yards
Yeah,
this season.
I'm telling you, I told you he was gonna get 1,000 yards still. And Calvin really ever since D Hop went away, he's been playing pretty good. Westbrook Akine, he's been doing his thing as
Yeah, he
well.
has.
To be honest, this Tennessee team, I understand they're not where I expect them to be, but hey, they're playing competitive ball. I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
good ball, but they're in game still, and I wouldn't be surprised if they cover. I was shocked last week they won that game. But to me, I think Washington is due for a win. So I am with you. I do think they'll cover, but I think Washington wins this football game.
Let's go to Minnesota. Vikings hosting the Arizona Cardinals. Vikings laying 3.5 at home, -176 on the money line, +148 for the Cardinals. Total 44.5. This was another hard game for me, kid, because I still kind of believe in this Cardinal team. I just thought tough game in the rain last week. Seattle's defense kind of finding their rhythm, like I said, under Mike McDonald. I think this is a game where they like to be underdog in a bounce back situation. Another game where I think it could be a field goal game. Maybe Arizona's defense could confuse Sam Darnold and have some regress. The kid, what's his name? The head coach for the Arizona Cardinals. Jonathan Gannon, the guy.
Gannon.
Yeah, it's always the coordinators that mess me up. Yeah. So I think his defense, I think he could give Sam Darnold some problems. I guess the biggest problem and worry I have with this game is I just worry how good that defense is for Minnesota and the fits it could cause for Kyler Murray. That's my biggest worry in the game. They're a good football team because of that defense. But I'll take the 3.5 with Arizona in a bounce back spot. I think overall, offensively and defensively, this is a very solid team. Give me Arizona. I think they could keep close with this one.
Dill, I'm surprised we both on the same side. Give me the Arizona +3.5. I feel like they got embarrassed last week. Tough loss against Seattle. They're live for the division, Dill, and I think they're gonna come out and play as such. Minnesota, they've been winning these games these past few weeks, but not the most impressive wins. What was it? Tennessee, Chicago came back late last week. Still, I think Arizona's gonna play them tough. Don't get me wrong, in Minnesota, it's gonna be a tough place to play, absolutely. But I think if Kyler Murray and the Cardinals have any chance of winning the division, this is a must-win game. In my opinion, this is a must-win game. If you can't beat Minnesota in Minnesota, you probably won't be able to win the division. So give me the Arizona Cardinals +3.5. Might be the dog of the day.
All right, let's go to that ugly 4:00 window. 3 games, and then we got Sunday night in Buffalo. Tampa Bay Bucks on the road in Carolina. Carolina playing a little better. Bucks laying 5.5 on the road, -245 on the money line, +200 for the Panthers. Over-unders at 46.5. Bucks on a back-to-back road spot. Panthers, say what you want. They've been playing a much better. Dave Canales' revenge spot? Maybe. Kid, is this another week where you could find yourself on the Panthers?
Nah, Dale. Give me the Tampa Bay Bucks -6 here. Panthers been overachieving these past few weeks. 1-2 straight. Went on a bye week and then covered against the Super Bowl champs in the Kansas City Chiefs still. But we saw lightning in a bottle last week from Baker Mayfield in this offense. Bucky Irving ran the ball amazing. Mike Evans looked great coming back from injury. And like I said earlier, Baker Mayfield's been playing great all year long. Defensively, I think Todd Bowles is going to be able to take care of Bryce Young in this offense. Doesn't really have a lot of weapons. And what do Tampa Bay does best, still? Stop the run. What's been the most consistent thing all year? Chubb Herbert for the Carolina Panthers. That's why he got that contract that was well deserving, the extension. But I think Tampa has the recipe to slow down this Carolina team. Slow down the run, play zone, sometimes bring pressure at Bryce Young. And offensively, I think Baker Mayfield in this offense with Mike Evans. Not sure if Chris Godwin is going to give it a go, but if he does, I'll put it up to -9.5. Give me the Tampa Bay Bucks -5.5, -6, whatever you can get.
Yeah, I'm on that side as well. I'll lay the 5.5 with the Bucks. You could get still. You could run on this Panther team. This defense, they've gotten a little better, but you could run on them with that 2-headed monster. I think Bucky Irving could have a good game. I agree. I'm going to lay the points here with the Buccaneers. Let's go to New Orleans. The Rams on the road, laying 2.5, -148 on the money line. Saints +126, total 49.5. Kid, I'll send it right back to you. What do you like for this game?
Yo, this is another one I feel like if the Rams have or want to win the division, this is another must-win game. To me, this is a very winnable game. I understand it's a tough spot in the Super Bowl in New Orleans, but you know, New Orleans is not a good team. Rams, middle of the pack with a lot of potential. You got a healthy Puka, you got a healthy Cooper Cup, and Matt Stafford is the best quarterback on the field. Sean McVay is clearly the better coach. Still, to me, if the Rams don't win this game, the season's over. You can't come back after losing to Arizona. Yeah, they possibly can, just because the division will still be up for grabs. But to me,
Yeah.
in my opinion, this is a must-win game. Give me the Rams -2.5 on the road. I think Sean McVay feels the urgency and he's taking care of business.
Yeah, you gotta lay it here with the Rams. This in a must-win situation against a team that
You
is
should
done.
win.
You should win. Yeah. I think you got to take him too. I think Alvin Kamara might have a good game as well, but outside of that, you have to win this game. Be 500. Division is still there. Yeah, I think you got to take them 4-7. I know they've won 2 in a row, but this is the time you want to fade the New Orleans Saints right now.
We saw it in the beginning of the season. They
Yeah.
went 2-0. We was like, hey, look out for the New Orleans.
Yeah,
Lost
yeah.
7 straight.
We got that run wrong. Let's go. Game of the week. At the bank, Baltimore Ravens hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. Ravens laying 3. I see 2.5 out there. Shop around -164 on the money line. +138 for the Eagles. Total is at 50.5. Adam Schefter did tweet out about an hour ago. Eagles have ruled out Darius Slay for the game. He has a concussion, and Devontae Smith with his hamstring injury is questionable. He's a game time decision. So 1 out, 1 questionable. How you playing this game, kid?
Still, this is the game of the week. It's going to be interesting. I'll tell you that. Small chance. I doubt it. Small chance Super Bowl preview, Dill. Philadelphia's defense has been lights out. Since week 4 on, to me, they've been a top 10 defense, maybe top 5. Got to give him credit. Nick Vagios was playing his coaching his butt off. The Ravens on the other side, Dill, a little shaky. Yes, second half, they was dominant Monday night against the Chargers. They were. First half, a little shaky. Who's going to be able to step up and be consistent on the outside, Dill? We know the Eagles have 2 young stud corners. I understand big play Slay's going to be out there, but they still have a pretty good secondary. It's young, but it's pretty good. And we know that front is going to be able to get after the quarterback, Dill. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles +3. I think Saquon Barkley, after this game, possibly walks away with the Offensive Player of the Year. If he could outplay Derrick Henry, I think he will. I think Philly not just covers there. I think they also are live dogs. I'll possibly take the +143 as well. I think right now Philly it's tough to get in front of this train right now, and I just think right now Philly is playing a little better football and consistent football than the Baltimore Ravens. You're muted, kid, but you're good.
Sorry, I was saying that's fair, and I see why you think that. A lot of people are wondering why the Ravens are favorite. They're home, primetime game. It's a tough place to play.
Mm-hmm.
You're on the road, and Ravens are playing well. They just had a really good, excuse me. They just had a really nice win on the road. Excuse me. So yeah, I like the Ravens here. I think they could win this game. I think a lot of areas, especially offensively, I think they could kind of even out. Saquon, Derrick Henry, quarterback, even though I think Lamar's better than Jalen Hurts, I think Saquon is better than Derrick Henry. They're all kind of even out. I think receiver-wise, Zay Flowers, A.J. Brown, they all even out. I think what it comes down to is defensively. This defense for Vic Fangio and that secondary is going to cause fits for the Ravens. We'll see. We'll see, because I really don't see this game being all scoring game. Like, the total is sitting at 50 and a half. I love the first half under. I think it's around 26, 25 and a half. I think both teams are going to start out extremely slow. Look what the Ravens did last week. They didn't get going until the second half, to your point. I think they're going to take at least a quarter and a half to get going and figure each other out what they want to do moving forward in the game. So that's how I'm going to play it. I'm going to take the first half under 25 and a half. I saw it at 26, shop around. But yeah, first half under 25 and a half. But should be a really good game. I'm rooting for the Ravens, though. Bias. Rooting for the Ravens. Let's go to Sunday Night Football. Buffalo hosting the San Francisco 49ers. Buffalo laying 5.5 at home, minus 250 on the money line, plus 205 for the 49ers. Total is at 44.5. Bills tight end Dalton Kincaid is out for this game as well. So tough blow for that wide receiver group. Kid, how are you playing this game?
Right now, it has an asterisk on it, Dill. Brock Purdy is questionable. If he gives it a go, give me the +7 with the 49ers. I'm going to go with it again. I'm going to say this again, Dill. This is a must-win game for the 49ers. I'm not saying they're going to go out there and win this game. All I'm saying is they're going to go out there and compete like it's a must-win game. Christian McCaffrey is healthy. If Brock Purdy's able to go, Dill, I love the +7. If he's not able to go, I'm probably stay away. Maybe look at a prop or something like that. But if Brock Purdy's able to go, give me the +7 with the San Francisco 49ers. I know it's going to be a cold game, tough spot, Sunday night game. But like I said, I think San Francisco can make it close, could be interesting. Would I give them a chance to be, live dogs? Yeah, absolutely. But I think Buffalo is just a little better right now. But I don't think they're a 7-point favorite, in my opinion, with Brock Purdy. Give me the +7 with the 49ers.
I think with Brock Purdy, the number comes down, too, as well. I think you got a good number at 7. It's at 6.5 at some places right now. So the 7s are gone. 7s are gone. 6.5s are very, they're limited access as well. So it's coming down to a 6 where it tells me that they think Brock Purdy will play. And if he does play, I think it gets to like 4.5, 5. You think Brock Purdy's 4. Worth a point?
I think it gets to 4.5.
Gonna be a snow game. It's fucking freezing in Buffalo right now. They just had snow the other night in upstate New York. I like the under, kid. I like 45.5 under. Gonna be a slow game. And look how this offense struggled offensively without Brock Purdy. If he doesn't play, I just don't see. Matt Milano's close to returning. This defense is getting good. At home, I think they boat race him, if I'm being honest. Maybe lay the 7. I think it's a great teaser spot as well for Buffalo. But yeah, I'd be more inclined to lay it. I like the under as well. I don't think San Francisco is going to be able to score a lot of points here on the road. Down year for them. Mm-hmm. What I will say also, I don't like how people are saying Kyle Shanahan's on the hot seat either. It's ridiculous.
Well, he did lose 2 Super Bowls still.
He got there.
Yeah, a lot of coaches get there, Dill.
It's ridiculous. But, kid, thank you. Let's get to our lock, dog, and teaser. Kid, you start us off. What do you got?
I'm going to go with the lock, Dill. I'm going to lock up the Houston Texans, Dill. To me, wow. Jacksonville, one of the worst teams in football. Houston got humbled last week. They're still going to back their way into the division title. But in my opinion, if Houston want to make any noise come postseason, you got to win this game by at least double digits. If anybody go take you serious, you got to blow out a very bad Jacksonville team. Give me Houston -3.5 as the lock of the week. Dog of the week, Dill. I like Philadelphia. I'm not going to lie. I like Philadelphia a lot. I think the Eagles are live dogs at +143. Wouldn't be such a surprise one bit if they win this game. Give me the Arizona Cardinals as the dog of the week, Dill. +155 on the road. Like I said, I just feel like Minnesota, they're playing a lot of tough games, and I think Arizona's going to go out there and just outplay them late. They're going to make a play or two. Kyler Murray's going to scramble, and I possibly win by a field goal. Who knows? Wow. I think they win this game. Give me the +155. Dog of the week, Arizona Cardinals. And I don't have a 3-way teaser. I gave one out for Thanksgiving.
Oh, 2-legger.
I got a 2-legger.
Oh,
I had to keep it safe. If you want people If you want the third leg, put Tampa if you want for the third leg. You probably get it to plus 140 around there. Take Tampa, take them to take them to a pick 'em against the Cardinals. But give me the two-way teaser for now. I think you're gonna like it. Tease the Steelers up to 9. The Steelers up to 9, and the Commanders bounce back down to basically a plus half a point. So Commanders down. I think Commanders bounce back. They're a little 3-4 straight games at home against a shaky Tennessee team. I think they win this game. We saw it all year long. Commanders beat bad teams convincingly, and they lose to all the solid good ones. Tennessee's a bad team. Still, give me Commanders down to basically a pick 'em, and give me the Steelers plus 9 minus 134.
For my lock, I am going to lock up the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They were your lock last week. Should have stayed with them. I think they wind up beating the brakes. I know Carolina's playing well. They're playing better at home, but you could run on this team. I think Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, another week in this offense. I like this team. I'll lay the 5.5 as my lock.
Watch out. Baker and the Tampa Bay Bucks team live for the division.
Right now, let me see for their division. 47% chance to get into the playoffs. We said, watch out, second half. This Bucks team they're getting healthy at the right time. As my dog, I mean, this is simple. Plus 136 to Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That is easy. Weird teaser for me. Three-legger, 6-point teaser. I'm going to tease Buffalo down. They just need to win. Tampa Bay down, just need to win. And then I'm going to tease Pittsburgh up to plus 9. So 3-way teaser, Buffalo plus a half, Tampa Bay plus a half, and Pittsburgh plus 9 at plus 150, kid. I love it.
I love that teaser deal. I think Pittsburgh's a plus 9. For any listeners out there, if you really like a play, tease anything with Pittsburgh. I'm telling you right now, plus 9. They're not losing by double digits.
I love it, kid. Well, good luck in week 13 in the NFL. Okay, let's go to the NBA, the association. We got 10 games, right? Yeah, 10 games. I know you spoke a little bit about it on our last episode. Knicks winded up getting the dub. Snuck out of there close, though. We only won by one. We did not cover. What do you like for the rest of today?
Yeah, Dale. Another great day in the NBA. That early start, 12:30 start with the Knicks and Charlotte kind of threw everybody off. Still, Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Pelicans as of right now. But let's start though. 7:30 start.
Oh, real quick, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But also Cleveland suffered their second loss. The Hawks wind up beating them.
Upset in Atlanta, Dill.
Yeah.
Let's start it off, Dill. Should I start it? You know what? Yeah, honestly, never mind. I did take Brooklyn and Memphis in a 2-way teaser, so I ended up teasing Memphis down to -4. They're up by 7 right now, and then I teased the Brooklyn Nets up to 10.5. For anybody listening live right now, tease Brooklyn up. I don't think we lose by 10 plus points at home against the Magic. Magics are good, but to lose by double digits, I don't think so. Next game, the Clippers taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. This one I'm completely surprised about, Dale. Timberwolves have lost 4 straight games. I know they're back at home. Clippers won 4 out of the last 5.
Yeah.
Playing good ball. Dale, give me the +6 on the road. Dale, I know you hate the word. To me, this might be the lock of the day. Wow. Clippers +6. I might
Stoomed.
If I don't go Black Friday shopping, I'm putting the money I would have spent on the Clippers +6. Let's see if I get out there before 7:30, Dale. Next game, Chicago taking on the Boston Celtics. Went up more. I took the +9.5 at home. Right now it's at +11.5 for tonight. People, I like the +11.5. Looking around, I don't think Chicago could win the game, but to lose by 10, I think so. Even to lose by 9, I think they could do it. So give me Chicago to cover the big number. Next game, Sacramento Kings taking on the Portland Trail Blazers. Both teams 1-4 the last 5 games. Sacramento laying 7.5 on the road. Over on sitting at 225.5. Dale, give me Portland +7.5 at home. To me, that's a big number. Both these teams kind of been struggling. Both teams are struggling. Give me the 7.5 with Portland at home. And then the last play of the day, hopefully I'll have enough energy to stay up. ac- uh, oof. Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers catching 3.5, three shop around over and sitting at 230. Still, I ended up catching the money line earlier, minus 102 on the money line. I think I caught it yesterday. Right now it's at -3. The money line is at -143. I'll lay the 3 with OKC Thunder. The Lakers are, playing good ball, but they're not at the level of the OKC Thunder. Give me the OKC -3.
Yeah, I actually have a play in that game as well. I'm going to take a player prop. My boy Jalen Williams over 22.5 points. He's gone over this in 6 of 7 games without Chet Holmgren. I think it's a great spot for OKC and Jalen Williams. 29. The Lakers 29th against transition points. OKC loves to get out there and move the ball. I think they were going to play fast. It's a huge cup game. I think both teams need to win. No matter what lineup JJ Redick decides to put out for the Lakers, I think it's a good spot for Jalen Williams. So I think he should have a really good offensive game. So yeah, over 22.5 points for Jalen Williams in this game as well. Kid, any last words before we get up out of here?
Let's just have a great weekend. I had a great Thanksgiving. You had a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully the people listening had a great Thanksgiving. And I just want to have a great weekend, a chill weekend, and let's get these dubs.
Everybody, good luck. Have a chill weekend, and we will see you guys on Monday.